Hello, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. The Cowboys made an announcement on the latest Brian Schottenheimer move. The Cowboys officially added new head coach Brian Schottenheimer on Monday, making him the 10th coach in the history of the franchise. With an introductory press conference at the Star, there were plenty of questions about the hiring of Schottenheimer, the team's defensive coordinator for the past 2 seasons under former coach Mike McCarthy. Monday was a chance for Schottenheimer to make his case not only to the players for the Cowboys, but also to the fans of the team. With that in mind, Schottenheimer made his pitch on the Cowboys' goals going forward. "The objective and the main thing is we want to win the Super Bowl," Schottenheimer said. "And my dad, Marty Schottenheimer, always talked about that." He said, "Well, why would you have any other goals? It should be about winning the Super Bowl. And only one team does, but that doesn't mean you don't strive for that. I think one of the things about me taking over this prestigious position is we can hit the ground running pretty fast, because I don't need to learn the decision makers. I don't need to learn the quarterback. I don't need to learn how things work. And so I feel like we're kind of ahead of the curve with some of these other teams that made changes." The next step for Schottenheimer is filling out his staff after the Cowboys faced a talent drain in the wake of McCarthy's departure. One of the mainstays of the staff, special teams coordinator John Fassel, departed earlier in the month to join the Titans. Schottenheimer, though, is replacing Fassel with recently let go 49ers defensive coordinator Nick Sorensen, who had moved into that role in San Francisco last year, but lost the job after the 49ers brought in Robert Saleh to be the new defensive coordinator. On Twitter, X, the Cowboys announced, "Welcome to Dallas, Coach Sorensen." Saleh, of course, had interviewed to be the head coach of the Cowboys before Schottenheimer was hired. Nick Sorensen has ties to Brian Schottenheimer. The Cowboys have already hired former Bears head coach Matt Eberflus, who had been with the Cowboys as an assistant, as the team's defensive coordinator. Sorensen worked on special teams sporadically, first with the Seahawks until 2016, and again with the Jaguars for 1 year in 2021. His addition to the Cowboys staff has more to do with his ability to pitch in and help Schottenheimer than with his specific role. Sorensen was with Schottenheimer in Jacksonville for that one season when Schottenheimer was the passing game coordinator. They worked together, too, in Seattle from 2018 to 2020. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott gets honest on his future after the Schottenheimer hire. Dak Prescott knows his future with the Dallas Cowboys is now directly tied to new head coach Brian Schottenheimer, a fact he is comfortable with. Prescott attended on Monday as the Cowboys officially introduced Schottenheimer as the team's next head coach. It seemed appropriate, considering Schottenheimer has served as the Cowboys' offensive coordinator for the last 2 seasons, and as a consultant for a year before that. Just wanted to go support him. 1, proud of him taking advantage of this opportunity. And 2, I know the approach he's going to have, Prescott said. I wanted to show him, hey, I'm going to be here with you and for you. Not only that, what he signs for 4 years, I got 4 years left on my contract. He's tied directly to my future, so let's go be the best that we can in these 4 years. Prescott signed a 4-year extension with the Cowboys worth $240 million prior to the season, making him the highest-paid player in NFL history. How those next 4 years play out will rely heavily on his play and Schottenheimer's coaching. I mean, Schotty means a lot to me. He's been a consistent man, and I think that's a part of why he's gotten this job and his time being here. Somebody that shows you the character that is consistent with what they do, that is supportive to me, Prescott said. Anything that has happened to me these 3 years, on the field or off the field, I got a message or check-in on that. Schottenheimer has not called plays during his tenure in Dallas. However, continuity was a big point for Prescott and the Cowboys. The simple conversation I had with Jerry post the decision of Mike walking was simply that the continuity, they wanted to keep continuity, Prescott said. Obviously, had a lot of success with this group, with these men, and knew this was important to me. And Schotty has been a huge factor in that, setting up the game plan, Creating the game plan. The Dallas Cowboys have signed Vice President of Player Personnel Will McClay to a multi-year extension, according to ESPN's Todd Archer. The move comes shortly after Jerry Jones and the organization named Brian Schottenheimer the 10th head coach in franchise history. McClay has been a key figure in the Cowboys front office, playing a significant role in shaping the team's roster. He originally joined the franchise in 2002 as a pro scout and remained in that role through 2008 before being promoted to pro scout coordinator in 2011. He took on the title of Director of Football Research, further expanding his responsibilities in player evaluation. McClay's rise within the Cowboys organization continued as he became Assistant Director of Player Personnel under Stephen Jones. He was later promoted to Senior Director of Professional and College Scouting before assuming his current role overseeing player personnel. Since taking on his expanded duties in 2014, McClay has played a crucial role in scouting and drafting top talent for Dallas. Under his leadership, the Cowboys have selected 15 Pro Bowlers and 6 All-Rookies through the draft. Notable players identified under McClay's tenure include DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, and Dak Prescott. His ability to evaluate talent has been instrumental in maintaining a competitive roster despite the team's struggles in recent seasons. McClay's previous contract was set to expire after the 2025 NFL Draft, making his extension a crucial move for the Cowboys' long-term roster construction. His ability to identify and develop talent has been a cornerstone of the team's personnel strategy, and keeping him in place ensures stability in both scouting and player evaluations. With Dallas looking to rebound from a disappointing 7-10 season, McClay's presence will be instrumental in shaping the roster under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer.